Hey guys, this is Kristen at Cookin' in the County, and this week I am going to be doing some Valentine's Day treats. Now I was going to wait till next week to do this, but if you actually want to make these for Valentine's Day, you actually need to know these in advance. So I'm going to do 3 different, very quick, very easy desserts. I will cut them up so you don't have to watch the whole video if you want to get to the end, okay? So I'm going to do very quick, very easy chocolate covered strawberries. We also are going to make strawberry hand pies and cheesecake bites with a little raspberry swirl. So I think you guys are gonna really like it. First thing I want to tell you about is my new earrings. Are these not the cutest earrings you've ever seen? These are handmade by a little small business that has just started. It's called Ivory and Sage Company. Clay company. She makes these handmade out of clay, so each earring is very unique. There's no 2 earrings alike. So I think, can you see them? You would think that they're heavy, but they're not heavy at all. I think some wives would love some of these earrings for Valentine's Day if you have a chance. I'll put the link to her page so you can see all the things that she has available and maybe order a few of these. I love them. They're wicked cute. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is some chocolate strawberries. So here's a list of ingredients you'll need to do the strawberries. First thing we're going to do is get some milk chocolate, and we're going to melt it. Chocolate chips. Okay, get a yummy chocolate, because you want this to be yummy. I should have gotten the Ghirardelli, probably, but I didn't. So I'm just going to melt this in the microwave at 30 seconds increments, okay? Don't put it in there for 3 minutes, because you're going to burn it, okay? You want to do 30 seconds, stir it. Another like 40 seconds, stir it. Just see where it's at, okay? Also, you get your strawberries. I mean, it's not summer, but they're pretty decent. Pick out the biggest ones, obviously, and you want to wash them and dry them. You want these to be really nice and dry by the time we put our chocolate on, okay? So I'm going to melt the chocolate, rinse the strawberries, and then we'll come back and put them together. So I washed and dried them, and then I'm going to take the green and just kind of puff it up a little bit, just so it looks pretty, okay? And I picked out the nicest, biggest ones, juicy looking one. Like I said, it's winter, so it's hard to get great strawberries, but so you're just gonna take it. This off my spoon here. Just gonna take your strawberry, just dip it in there. Leave the top up. Drip a minute. You're gonna lay it down on your paper. And I am going to sprinkle some miniature chocolate chips on it, because double chocolate is the best chocolate. And I think the best way to do that is just to put it on a plate and roll it around. Can you see what I'm doing? Hope so. Okay. And so they're gonna look like that. So we can just do this to all our strawberries. Take our strawberry. Dip it in our chocolate. I'm gonna roll it around in my miniature chocolate chips. You can like melt some white chocolate and do some white swirls. That would be nice too. And then we're just gonna let them dry. We're gonna put them in the refrigerator so they cool and harden really quickly. So I will finish the rest of these. Maybe do one more. Okay, chocolate. And then just roll it in your miniature chocolate chips. Double chocolate. So, I mean, how simple was that? And how cheap was that compared to like buying them online? I mean, you certainly can if you don't want to bother with it, but it's a nice little treat. So I'll finish up the rest of them. I'm gonna put them on a tray and put them in the refrigerator. A little bit of leftover chocolate after I cover my strawberries. So I'm just gonna put this on some wax paper Spread it out just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to sprinkle it with some of the mini chocolate chips. We're going to put this in the fridge and let this harden too. We'll just break it up and we'll have little pieces of chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? Like, I can't waste chocolate because I love chocolate. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of the miniature miniature chocolate chips on top. Okay. Then we'll just break it up and make it as like a chocolate bark. Okay. Obviously, you can put anything else on here that you want. So we're gonna put this in the fridge and let it cool. Okay, so our strawberries are all nice and cooled down. Chocolate, yummy. And our little chocolate bark too. I just thought, it's our leftover chocolate chips. We just put it in the refrigerator and then just broke it up. Why not? It's not wasted, right? Okay. So let's try one of these. Strawberries aren't bad for being wintertime. It's really yummy. Okay guys, very simple. Probably all know how to make these anyway, but it can make up a really cute Valentine's Day tray for you and your sweetie pie, or just you and your kids, or you and your family. So here's some chocolate covered strawberries. Hope you love it. Hope you try it. Have a great Valentine's Day. Thanks. Okay, so I saw this recipe on Paula Deen's. She made this recipe with her air fryer, which is kind of cool, but I'm gonna bake them in the oven, okay? These are so simple, so quick, but really yummy. So you're gonna need some pre-made pie crust, not the cooked kind, okay? Just gonna roll it out. It needs to come to room temperature. I have a heart cookie cutter. If you don't have a heart cookie cutter, just use a regular cookie cutter, but because it's Valentine's Day, I'm going to cut it with the heart cookie cutter. So you're gonna need 2 cut out for 1 pie. So we're gonna be able to make maybe 4 hand pies with this. Just gonna cut, we'll start with this one. And then I'm gonna take a little small one and just put it in 2 of them because we need kind of a breathing hole for the pies. Okay, so I can get this. Just gonna pull this up. We might be able to make another one out of this if we roll it together. Absolutely, there's a lot left. Okay, so we're gonna put our little hand pie. Can you see me? I really need to be able to bring your camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So you can take the little pie and you're gonna take some pre-made pie filling. You can make your own pie filling if you want. I'm not gonna. And I'm gonna say about a good tablespoon of it. Put it in the middle. Kind of spread it out as much as you can. Okay. Then we're gonna put our other one on top, one with the hole on top like this. Then we're just gonna close it up with a fork. Okay. All the way around. Little squishing out there. I might try to clean it up a little bit, just so it won't be messy when it bakes, okay? So I'm gonna bring it even a little closer so you can see the next one that I'm doing. So you can really see. So the next regular heart, good tablespoon of it. You can use any pie filling you want. You can use apple, you can use cherry, you can use blueberry, whatever. I'm thinking because of Valentine's Day, strawberry is probably a good choice. Okay. Then we're gonna put this on top. Okay. I'm just gonna close it up with the fork. Okay, so I'll finish up all the rest of these and I'll bring you back when I'm done on how we're gonna finish finish them up before we put them for baking. So when you have this leftover dough that we cut up, I'm just gonna mush it together. Okay. Then I'm gonna get my, either flatten it out or get my rolling pin, and we're gonna make probably 2 more out of this. So we'll probably end up with 6 pies, I'm thinking. So get it nice and rolled out. Let's see if we can get 2 more out of this. Yep, sure did. Okay, so these are my hand pies, they're all done. I did go around all of them to make sure that I cleaned them up as best I could. So, and if any filling squished out, it won't burn, okay? So I have this little bit of dough left. And I'm just gonna finish up this pie filling. And I'll just make one big one. Still a little bit left, but. And I'll just bake this off. So we don't waste any. Steve will be very happy to have this. So you just take it, fold it over, and close it up with your fork. Well, you kind of have to have them together here. Okay, just close it up.
Any pie filling you want to do. Maybe a couple times, and I think they're just the best things. Squish this pie a little bit. Okay, so it's a little neater. Okay. I don't have room on this tray, but I'll cook it in a minute. And this we need to cut some little air holes. We have air holes with the hearts, but this one needs some. Okay. So we'll squish that. And I'm playing with this dough for a while. So
I feel like I should probably put it in the refrigerator just for maybe 10 minutes before, because your dough should be nice and cool when you're cooking it. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is take our little hearts that we have, and I'm gonna just set them on there sideways. So there's still room for air venting, but that makes it really cute, okay? And then we're gonna whip up an egg and do a quick egg wash. Quick egg wash on them. I'm gonna put this up right here. Kid's little snackle. I'm just gonna whip this up. Whip it really good because you don't want the yolk, really, you know what I mean? Okay. Just take a brush, your eggs. And you don't want a ton of it. This is gonna make it nice and shiny. Okay. And then be kind of careful. More careful than I am, because you don't want any of that. Not sure where my dogs are barking. So just coat each one, even the little heart on top. Okay. It's just gonna give this a nice glaze on the top, and then we're gonna sprinkle it with sugar. And I'm gonna bake these at 400, but I'm gonna watch them. I'm not really positive. Probably 15 minutes, but I'll let you know. Just a little bit. It will stick now because of the egg on it. It'll give the crust really crunchy. Okay, so I'm gonna say 415 minutes, but we'll check. Little fruit pies have come out and they're cooled. I'm gonna show you them. Look how cute those are. Perfectly cooked, 415 minutes. Perfect. Some of them kind of, you can tell like there's kind of like there wasn't enough filling, so the crust is puffy, but it kind of goes down. It's okay, it's gonna taste delicious, okay? So in that 2 pie crusts made 6, plenty, okay? So there's those. So these are your fruit pies. I hope you love them. First of all, I hope you try it. Hope you love them, and I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, well, I thought I was taping my Cheesecake Bites, but I wasn't. I didn't have the record button going. So I'm just gonna tell you what I did to start the Cheesecake Bites. I'm really annoyed, but I wanna finish the video. So I took 7 sheets of graham crackers. Yeah, 7 sheets. I put them in a Ziploc bag. I beat them up. Okay. Put them in a bowl. You can see that it was in here. 3 tablespoons of melted butter. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mixed it all up, okay? We're making a graham cracker crust. 1 tablespoon in each little cupcake holder. And then I pressed it down really hard so it would be nice and packed down, okay? They're in the oven right now, 325 for 5 minutes. So I'll show you. I'm glad I didn't do the filling because I would have had to restart. So they're in the oven for 5 minutes, and once they're out, I'll show you that, and then we'll get to the filling. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I am recording from now on. So these are the graham cracker crusts all baked in our cupcake holders, 325 for 5 minutes. So we're gonna let these cool while we make the filling, okay? Put them off to the side. Okay. First thing we're going to do is 3/4 cup of sugar in our mixer. Okay. And 1 tablespoon of flour. Eggs. I like to crack my eggs in a separate bowl before I add it. So we're just going to start mixing this up slowly. 1 egg at a time. Let it mix in, let it get a little bit fluffy. I'm all about getting fluffy. Okay, get that mixed up. To this we're going to add 2 8-ounces of room temperature cream cheese. Now, if your cream cheese, like I put it out this morning because I knew what I was doing, but if you forgot, honestly, I put these in the microwave for like 20 seconds and it softens them right up, so you don't have to wait, okay? But I am gonna cut this up just a little bit so it's easier, so it mixes up good, okay? Start mixing this up. Probably could be a little bit, I mean, it's definitely soft. Hopefully it mixes good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, they asked in this recipe for a lemon zest, and I think that would be absolutely amazing. But I just checked my lemons, and they're hard as a brick. Like, that's my lemon. So, no lemon zest. I was thinking of putting a squirt of lemon juice in there, but I think it might curdle my eggs and my cream cheese. So I am not going to do that. I would love to have a little lemon flavor in there. Maybe I can find my lemon essential oil. Maybe that would work. Okay, so I'm gonna try my lemon essential oil. It is for, you can take it, you can ingest it. It's just lemon peel. I'm gonna put a drip of it in there. The bottle's almost empty, so it's gonna take a minute. I'm just gonna put one little drop. Now, you don't have to do this, but lemon and cheesecake is amazing, okay? Just get nice and creamy. And then last thing, 1/4 cup of sour cream. Okay, just get that in there and whip that up so it's really nice and creamy. That's gonna be yummy. Okay, so I think we're pretty good here. Scrape the bowl, make sure everything is good. I'm gonna break down some of the air bubbles in here because you don't want a ton of air in your cream cheese. Okay. Scrape this down. Okay. This out of the way. So these are nice and cool now. We're going to add 1/3 cup of filling to each one, okay? We'll see how messy this is gonna get. Probably pretty messy. But we're gonna do the best we can. Just a little scraper. Okay, so 1/3 cup to each one says. Yep, that looks about perfect. Okay, I'm gonna fill these all up. So we're just gonna smooth them out. And then I'm going to tap them. This one looks a little over full, but that's okay. It's cheesecake, right? I did measure it out, and it was perfect for each one. I didn't have any batter left over. I'm just gonna straight off. Okay, but we're supposed to... It really helps just straighten them all out, okay? So, in the recipe, they talk about making your own raspberry puree and boiling it down with all this stuff, I thought, and then take the seeds out. So why not some seedless raspberry jam and just melt it in the microwave for a minute. I think that would take way less time. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave and just warm it up a second so it's kind of a liquid, okay? As I'm warming up my raspberry jam, I realized I forgot vanilla cheesecake. Not doing so good today, guys. This will be in the recipe, and so add the vanilla because I'm sure that will improve the flavor of the cheesecake. So I put the raspberry jam in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'm just going to get all the lumps out of it. We're going to put a teaspoon, roughly a teaspoon, on each one. Then we're going to take a toothpick and just swirl it like this, okay? I wish you could see better what I'm doing. Okay, so no, I need a teaspoon, and I had it. I don't have my stuff together today, guys. Usually I'm organized in this. Okay, teaspoon on each one. Okay, then we're gonna swirl it. So I warmed up about 4 ounces of raspberry seedless jam. Obviously, you can use whatever one you. So I'm gonna take two because it's easier, and then we're just gonna swirl them and make them pretty. It's not really changing much, but that's okay. So these are done. Don't make sure some of the jam is off because that will burn for sure and make a mess. Okay, 325, 22 to 25 minutes. Cheesecake bites are done. They're still a little jiggly, but that's okay with cheesecake. I don't know if you can tell. they're gonna keep cooking in here, so we're gonna let them cool completely before we take them out, okay? They're gonna be yummy. Cheesecakes have all cooled. They've sunken in pretty good, if you can tell. It's probably because I've whipped it up too much, I'm assuming. Some of them came out good, some of them not so much. I have a feeling they're gonna taste amazing. It took about an hour in the refrigerator to cool. So I think if I was going to display them, I would take them out of the papers if it doesn't stick. The majority of them aren't sticking, so I think it's fine. And then I would just put them on my little tray. Yeah, see, these are not great, but I bet you they taste good. It's cheesecake. How can it not taste good? I think I over whipped it. Oh well, can't always be perfect. So, this is my little Valentine's Day treat episode. I mean, they're cute. I mean, they look like cheesecake, right? But really, they really sunk. Okay, so that's that. Honestly, if you watched all of this and you're like, oh, all that looks great, but I have to work the day of Valentine's Day. I don't have time to bake all this stuff, whatever. I made brownies the other day. Take a brownie, get a heart cookie shape cutter, put a heart in the middle of it. You can see it, or cut it all the way out. You know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Make a little heart-shaped brownie. Put it on your tray. And call it a day. Here's my Valentine's Day treats. I hope you try them. I hope you love them. And I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. See you guys.